As I actually realized that so far I've been talking about all the advantages or kind of innovations and the game changing. So they're all abstract, okay? And to be honest, it's good. You needed those because especially when you're talking with the investors, you really pitch that and you say how great idea you are. But I'm not the talking to investors. I don't even like that the middleman get in between. I just want to talk to the market directly, talk to the consumers directly. So for them, you may not talk too much. At least if you only talk abstract stuff, you talk about the revolution, you talk about the game changing. But I don't know to what extent that they really like this. Parents who will pay the bill for the membership. They want to see something concrete, something down to the earth. They want to see some money. At the end of the day, they want to see the money difference, financial impact, whether their money spent on has been turning out something real and beneficial for the family. So that's what I am talking about today. I want to emphasize, and I actually would bring total of eight. That's Chinese way to say eight. Remember that this is five, the sum is five, and the six is like a sum in the small, and then seven, eight is stuff. But anyway, so those kind of things, you really, I, as I develop in my website, I keep adding things to it. But this one, I really think it's some of the effort, has been like kind of like being a perfectionism, you know, because I'm sorry, I didn't forget to shave, but they may or may not have a real impact especially for the user on the user side. But these eight advantages, those are real. They should work for the parents, for whoever, the guardians or trustees, whoever is in charge of the financial aspect of the teenagers. You know, um, so here, let's start with the eight. The number one is I already said that. It's basically a leveling the playing field. We put all families more or less. I'm not saying that you can completely eliminate. I don't think that's possible, but at least more or less to a large extent, we can, kind of expecting the same thing, same result with the same amount of money. If you want to spend more money, go for it. But at least for the middle class families, they would be for the first time we will be making it possible for the merit to compete with money. Okay. Well, that idea may sound good, but what are the monies? What kind of money are we talking about? Well, simple. In the Let's look at the high end. Some top 1% of family they're willing to spend almost like $1 million. We'll talk about half a million, 500 dollars, $500,000, and $800,000. But let's look, looking at those, we sometimes, especially in New York, they some consultant, they will have one session. They charge you up to $1,600 per hour. That's more expensive than a lot of lawyers. So obviously, again, a lot of family they are willing to spend because they think that's an investment in the child future, which is true, right? So, so on the other hand, with our platform, with the early adopter price, we're having that for 3 months. Okay, just to attract more people in. So we only charge $4.99 each month. Okay, so we're not talking about each hour, each month, $4.99. That's like the ridiculous. That's basically a cup of latte, right? I learned it the other day that a latte in Italy means that just milk. But anyway, so you can see the big difference. Okay. On the other hand, again, we have nothing against parents who want to spend extra money. But even if you want to hire a human consultant, admission consultant, our program with rich data will make the human consultant job a heck of easier. Why? Because everybody likes data. You have real data. So it's not that the consultant job is no longer just a game in the system. It's real. With your data, existing historical data, historically accumulated data, the consultant now can really do the consulting. They could tell you, that what is missing. Again, by the way, we will have that part too. But anyway, so this is the first advantage. The second one would be like, let me see. Now, the second advantage is guilty-free AI tool usage. You don't have to worry about cheating. You don't have to worry about the people say using the anti-AI detection software to find out that you are really cheating or lying. No, you're not because you have real data, and those data, the stories, the accomplishment, the achievement from the real life, they have been verified by at least one human verifier. So there's a basically you don't need to worry about it. It's not AI making up a story for you. No, the story is already there. You only use AI to polish it, which is AI can be doing a horrible, incredible job. Why? Because your data is real. AI knows. Remember last time I said that it's not that the AI, when you say the chef carefully chopping onions, that's because you are using the abstract, very generic context. Of course, when nothing else is given, of course, most likely the chef is chopping onions. But if you bring all the context, you bring all the environment, you say, okay, a Chinese chef, then suddenly it's more likely that the Chinese chef is not chopping onions. The same story here. The more data you bring to the story, the easier for the AI to tell a really polished story. And that you don't have to worry about. It's a guilty-free AI usage. Okay, let's just stop here.